Hey, so I haven't done a video in a few weeks, so decided to do one today. Um, Everything's been basically nominal. I scooped out, I think it was about 2 weeks in a row, I scooped out a lot of um, algae. And since then, it's kind of stayed like this. There haven't been big algae blooms. I mean, I still have pockets of algae, some right there. Um, and there's still some coming down the waterfall. And actually, as I'm looking at the waterfall, it looks like it's actually clearing up, the amount that was up there. I wanted to do a video because I'm not sure if you can make out all those tiny, tiny fish. There are hundreds of little fish that were born probably in the past month or so, and they are just everywhere. Watch your feet, huh? Also, if you can see right on top of my filter down there, that's one of my plecos. The other one normally hangs out up inside the pot where the water lily is.
What are you doing, Dad?
I'm doing a video about the pond and stuff.
But can I join you?
Yes, you can join me. Okay. So.
Is it the pond?
Tell them about it. Tell them about it.
That's a lepo.
It's a pleco, yes.
And the rest of the other fish died.
Yeah, one of the plecos. We bought 3 plecos initially, and one of them died. I thought the other one died, but it was just hiding. I also, earlier this week, last week, I don't know, time is irrelevant. I bought 3 crayfish. One is a white crayfish, and the other 2 were like a brown color. I dumped them in the water. They went ape shit because there's algae all over all the rocks, and then they disappeared. I believe they're living underneath of the water lily pot as well, because that was the direction that they went. What else? So I bought this water lettuce, and when I bought it initially, I bought 3 pieces that in total were about that big, with all 3 of them. But as you can see, it's grown a lot. It propagates and it makes new little ballast or whatever, and splits off and whatnot. So I've got a lot more, and hopefully it'll continue growing. I had this area down here where a lot of the babies are staying up underneath the waterfall, and it's kind of blocked in by this grouping here. So a lot of babies just stay here. There used to be huge messy algae bloom, and there's a lot of it there, but I've gotten up most of the active stuff. I went ahead and dumped the rest of my white rock along the back edge there. So
And me.
yep, and Piper helped. Other than that, everything's just been cool. I've just been not changing, but I've been clearing my filter every couple of days, and then like once a week I need to add water back to the pond. And I've got some of my grass growing up there around the edge. I've been leaving.
I'm going to talk about that first.
You want to talk about the grass? What do you want to talk about the grass?
It's going to grow like that.
Yeah, it is going to grow like that. The cover that I had put on here, it looks a mess now, because we had a storm the other day, and I was not home, and the water was able to get into the middle of it and drag it down and rip this edge. So I have it basically just tied up at the moment. I really need to go ahead and build a permanent covering, but having some back issues right now, so that's just gonna have to wait.
I was going to talk about that too.
Were you gonna talk about that too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But other than that, it's doing really good. It's I mean, I came out this morning and there were probably about 50 of these small fish swimming around, and it looked awesome. So I think probably if things continue going on this way, I may go ahead and buy a few koi to go ahead and put in here. I've been looking for an albino catfish because while we do have a ton of these small fish in there, I don't want a ton of these small fish in here, and albino catfish will eat them. They'll eat anything that they can get in their mouth. And since my other goldfish are a lot bigger, I'm pretty clear that they're safe.
What is that?
I'm just concerned
Dad,
that the
what's
guppies will
that?
get eaten. What is what?
That thing.
It's probably a piece of algae.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm concerned that the guppies might get eaten, and once the catfish gets a little bit bigger, it may very well eat all of the rosy minnow. But seeing as how there's so many of them, I think they'll be good.
I forgot about that too.
I'm sorry, honey. But yeah, I've also been looking at getting
Let's start over.
a high fin.
Let's start over.
I'm not starting over. A high fin shark, which is kind of like a catfish, like a suckermouth catfish type of fish that gets very, very big. So I think that would be pretty cool to put in here. So we'll see what's going on with that if I can find one. They're very expensive.
I'm going to talk about all of that that you keep talking about.
Well, I am very sorry about that, honey. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this now.